Hey everybody, Art Burns here. I hope you're all doing well today. I hope that you're feeling safe and you're feeling healthy and you're doing things to keep yourself feeling that way. Because what I wanted to share with you today is that the stress response in your body, 100% of the time, is driven by a sense of fear. Right now, the way it's supposed to work is that it's, when you're afraid of something that's physically going to hurt you, right? Say a wild animal, going to attack you. The stress response in your body is what helps you to survive that, right? It's the fight or flight response. Your blood pressure rises, your heart rate increases, your respiratory system increases, and various systems of your body shut down so that all of the available energy is devoted to getting you blood and oxygen into the big muscles of your body so that you can either flee or fight off this attacker, right? However, most of us live our whole lives without experiencing a wild animal or anything else that's physically going to cause us, a life or death kind of situation, right? And so the other place that the stress response comes from is through the fear of our thoughts, right? And as psychologists will tell you, over 95% of your thoughts are automatic, right? So what this means is that, subconsciously, without your awareness, that's where your stress is coming from, right? And the problem with that is that, again, when all those physical things I just named go on in your body, right? If you don't have the chance to run away from whatever it is that's chasing you, right? If it's your thoughts, there's no running away from them, right? And so what happens is you just stay in that state, right? You stay in this survival mode of your body. Not only is that very uncomfortable, not only is it very hazardous to your long-term health, but it also does an amazing job at suppressing your immune system, right? Because again, if you're being chased by a tiger, your body's not worried about about catching a cold or catching the coronavirus, right? Your body's concerned about surviving the next 5 minutes, right? And so this is a really really important thing to kind of understand during this time, because right now there are so many fearful thoughts when we're thrown out of our routines, and we're worried about the finances involved with this. We're worried about our sense of accomplishments and our jobs and everything else. And especially as we're watching the news or even going on social media and seeing all the different things that people are talking about, it's just fear on top of fear on top of fear on top of fear, right? And every time you kind of engage in this fear, even without knowing it, that's when your body's going to enter into this stress response. And again, not only does it not feel good, not only is it really bad for your health, but it also suppresses your immune system, which is the one thing that we really, really need right now. Like if we can all just, boost our immune system, it's going to give us the best chance of getting through whatever is going to happen over the next, few weeks or whatever it is with this virus that's going around, right? So one really helpful way, again, remember, 95% of your thoughts are automatic. So it's not something that you're even like, like this happens when you're just kind of sitting around doing nothing, right? Or like scrolling through Facebook or watching the TV, So one really helpful way that you can get out of this stress response and protect yourself from this stress response and get to avoid the stress response is to practice compassion. Okay, when we practice compassion, we do two really important things. Number one, we build a connection to others outside of our bodies, right? From the very earliest ancestors that we have, hundreds of thousands of years ago, they knew that banding together in tribes was safer than being alone, right? And so that's a primal instinct that we have, is to be connected to others. And so the more we can cultivate that connection to others, the less of the subconscious fear that we're likely to experience, and therefore the less stress that our body is going to enter. The other important thing that compassion does is it gets you to thinking about the welfare of others, okay? And when you're thinking about the welfare of others, you're not dwelling in the negative aspects of what might be going wrong for you. right? And so over the course of the next few days, I'm going to give you some practices to keep this video at a reasonable length. I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to give you a couple of practices over the course of the next couple of days and talk more about this as well. But if you'd like a little, if you can't wait that long and you want the practices now, drop me a comment below or send me a direct message and let's have a conversation. I'll see if I can, get you a head start on things. All right. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and I'll be back again tomorrow with some more really important information about this topic and how we can sort of, work away from this stress response and towards, the happiness and the creative and the healthy place in our body. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'll see you later. Take care.